Have you ever had a dream that later felt strangely accurate? Maybe you dreamed about running into someone and then saw them the next day. Maybe you had a vivid scene play out in your sleep, and weeks later, something similar happened in real life. In moments like that, it's natural to ask, did my dream predict the future, or was it just coincidence? Across cultures and centuries, people have believed that dreams can reveal what hasn't happened yet. But what does modern science actually say about this idea? Today, we're going to explore that question carefully, without exaggeration, without dismissing personal experiences, and without claiming more than evidence supports, because the truth is more nuanced and far more interesting. Why do dreams sometimes feel prophetic? Before we ask whether dreams can predict the future, we need to understand something important. The human brain is constantly making predictions. Even while you're awake, your brain is not just reacting to the world, it is anticipating it. It builds models based on patterns, memories, and probabilities. When you sleep, especially during REM sleep, your brain continues processing information. It replays memories, mixes them together, and simulates possible scenarios. In other words, dreams are not random movies, they are simulations, and simulations sometimes resemble reality. If you dream about being late to work, it might be because you're stressed about deadlines. If you dream about arguing with someone, it might reflect unresolved tension. But here's the key. When one of those simulated scenarios later resembles something that actually happens, it feels extraordinary. Our brains are very sensitive to matches. We notice the hits. We forget the misses. The role of memory and reconstruction. Memory is not a perfect recording device. Neuroscience shows that memory is reconstructive. Every time you recall an event, you subtly rewrite it. The same is true for dreams. Often, when something happens in real life, we may unconsciously reshape our memory of a previous dream to make it seem more similar. This doesn't mean people are lying, it means memory is flexible. For example, if you once dreamed of something bad happening and later a specific event occurs, your brain may connect the two, even if the original dream was vague. This psychological process is sometimes related to what researchers call confirmation bias, our tendency to notice evidence that supports our beliefs while ignoring what doesn't. It's not a flaw, it's part of how human cognition works. Probability and coincidence. Let's consider something simple. Most people dream several times per night. Over a year, that can amount to more than 1,000 dreams. Across millions of people, that's billions of dreams annually. Statistically speaking, some of those dreams will resemble future events, not because they predicted them, but because many dreams are about common life situations, relationships, work, danger, success, loss. Many real-life events also fall into those categories. When two common patterns overlap, coincidence can feel like prophecy. The more dreams you have, the higher the chance that one will later resemble reality. The brain as a prediction machine. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Modern neuroscience describes the brain as a prediction machine. Your brain constantly gathers subtle cues from your environment, body language, tone shifts, small behavioral changes, often below conscious awareness. Sometimes you pick up on patterns without realizing it. For example, you may sense tension in a relationship but not consciously acknowledge it. Your brain processes the signals anyway. You then dream about a breakup. Later, the relationship ends. It may feel prophetic, but what likely happened is that your brain detected early warning signs before your conscious mind did. Dreams can sometimes reflect unconscious pattern recognition. That's not supernatural, it's cognition operating beneath awareness. Scientific research on precognitive dreams. Scientists have studied claims of precognitive dreams for decades. To date, there is no reliable, reproducible scientific evidence that dreams can literally access future events. When experiments are conducted under controlled conditions, results do not consistently demonstrate predictive ability beyond chance. That doesn't invalidate personal experiences, but it does mean that scientifically, we cannot conclude that dreams foresee the future. Science requires repeatability and controlled verification. So far, predictive dreaming has not met that standard. Why the experience still feels real. Even if dreams don't predict the future in a supernatural sense, the emotional impact is very real. When a dream resembles later reality, it creates a powerful psychological effect. Surprise, awe, meaning-making. Humans are natural storytellers. We seek patterns and coherence. When two events connect, even loosely, our minds build a narrative around them. That narrative gives us a sense of order in a chaotic world, and that feeling of meaning can be deeply powerful. Dreams as simulations of possibility. Some researchers propose that dreams function as threat simulations or social rehearsals. In this view, dreams allow us to practice responses to possible future situations. You might dream about public speaking, being chased, losing something important, facing conflict. These scenarios may not predict specific events, but they help your brain rehearse emotional responses. In that sense, dreams are future-oriented, not because they know what will happen, but because they prepare you for possibilities. It's preparation, not prediction. Can dreams ever be useful for decisions? While dreams shouldn't be treated as literal forecasts, they can still offer insight. Dreams often reveal hidden anxieties, emerging desires, subtle intuitions, unresolved emotions. If you repeatedly dream about a certain scenario, it may signal something worth reflecting on, not because it will happen, but because it matters to you. Used carefully, dreams can be tools for self-awareness. They are mirrors, not crystal balls. The healthy approach. Here's the balanced conclusion. There is currently no strong scientific evidence that dreams can predict the future in a supernatural way. However, dreams can simulate possibilities. Dreams can reflect unconscious pattern recognition. Dreams can prepare us emotionally. Dreams can reveal concerns we haven't fully processed. So, when a dream later resembles reality, it may feel prophetic, but it is more likely the result of pattern recognition, coincidence, or memory reconstruction. That explanation does not make dreams less fascinating. In fact, it makes them more impressive because it shows how powerful the human brain really is. If you ever had a dream that seemed to come true, you're not alone. The experience can be striking, even life-changing. But rather than asking, "Did my dream predict the future?" a more useful question might be, "What was my mind trying to process?" Dreams may not tell us what will happen tomorrow, but they can tell us something about who we are today, and that, scientifically speaking, is extraordinary.